What's up, guys? I'm Jaden Stevens, and I'm joined with
Devin Ortega, Jacob Roden.
Zay Nelson.
Welcome back to the All My Friends Are Warriors podcast. So, Devin, we'll go ahead. So is this just not going to stop?
No, it'll die out.
Okay.
What is this? Call out number 8 now.
That's
Call out
right.
number 8 of calling out the MD Foodie Boys to a 5-on-5 basketball matchup.
So you guys will have your 5. You'll have Chubb Perm, No Name, Nonchalant, McLovin, plus Nelson, and we'll have our 5. Zany, a.k.a. the hand-me-down version of Jamie from Joe Rogan. Then we'll have Jane's little brother, a.k.a. Chubb Mullet. And we'll have us 3 right here, the Young Stoics. Us 5 versus you 5. And you guys are the Apollo Creed of the podcasting kid world, and we are the Rocky of the podcasting kid world. And as you guys know, Apollo Creed gave Rocky the chance. So give us the chance to play you guys 5-on-5.
And y'all got that connection with Dave Portnoy. Ball Store Sports. Oh my God, I just butchered that so badly.
It's
But
good.
you know what? They can be the media of this. They can be the cover it. And Dave Portnoy can be the Dana White of all this.
Of this fight card.
And you guys know Dave Portnoy loves to give back to locally owned food businesses. So do you guys, and so do we. So let's make this happen and give all the proceeds right back to locally owned food businesses in Redding, California, and Maryland.
Exactly.
Alrighty. So today we're gonna get in today's episode. We're gonna be talking about building an ideal school. There's gonna be a lot of things we're gonna talk about.
No budget.
Without a budget.
Without a budget. We
all
have
powered on Bitcoin.
I think
Actually,
Cheddar Coin. Cheddar Coin's a better way to put it.
Yeah, you guys are right. You guys are right.
So I mean, yeah, there's a couple things we're talking about. That's probably gonna go into 2 episodes, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, let's just talk about just the normal school here in the United States or the world. You know, there's
You got to talk about the schooling problem first.
yeah, I was about to say that.
This stuff going on with schools.
So some of the stuff that's going on with the schools is, for example, you know, they're not caring a lot about fighting and drugs going on in the school. They care a lot more about grades and stuff
Academics.
and academics, and they're not actually worrying about how the kids are going to be, you know, growing up. I mean, there's those kids that have really good grades and that are really good kids, but there's not a lot of those
Mhm.
nowadays.
yeah, the percentage compared. So
Yeah, so
exactly.
you know, getting into today's episode, we're gonna be talking a lot about how schools can change what they do to, you know, produce better kids. So,
and what we believe, what our ideal school without a budget would be.
yeah, and so obviously, like the general ed, like there's the math, there's the history, there's the English, science, you know, there's art, music. That's all super fun stuff, right?
And is great stuff. It shouldn't
Great
not
stuff.
be applied and implemented into nowadays school,
Mhm.
but it's just something else is lacked and isn't there today.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so I mean, there's a whole bunch of those things. I mean, first we'll just start off with, you know, let's say there's like a character class. You know, there's teaching, you know, philosophy. You know, there's
Practical philosophy.
Practical
philosophy.
practical practical philosophies. You know, there's, you know, let's say martial arts. Martial arts would be awesome to learn in
Mhm.
you know, normal school. There's construction. You know,
I mean, all these like lost tenets that
Mhm.
people don't really practice today.
yeah,
Exactly.
and at Old Shasta, we kind of got lucky that we had, you know, a little bit of leeway at our school. Especially, you know, we would come here and CBAS would teach us how to use all the tools. So now we know how to use drills. We know like impact drivers, you know, the sawzall, the circular saw,
Reciprocating saw. things like-
reciprocating saw. Yeah, all
Mhm.
these cool things.
We know how to mix and pour concrete.
Yeah.
I mean, all this stuff we kind of picked up and learned while
how to
we
use
were
mortar.
building the home gym.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
tying rebar, cutting rebar,
Mhm.
mortar,
Mm-hmm.
a whole bunch of stuff. Honestly,
Yeah.
we were really blessed to be given the chance to like learn those skills,
Yeah.
learn those lost tenets that not a lot of people are taught today, unless you are actually going out and trying to learn
Mhm.
these trades
Mhm.
and going to a trade school. So
Yeah, we need to bring common sense back into schools. There's this. You guys know Richie Rich, the movie?
mm-mm.
So
Is that the kid?
the super rich kid.
Yeah. Blonde hair.
Yeah, blonde
Yeah.
hair. He went to this private school and he learned fencing, and his desk was like an actual office. But you know, just things like that. That's kind of a cool looking school. You know, like it doesn't just teach general ed. It teaches like business, and that's the cool thing with high school is there's so many like
Categories.
categories.
Opportunities.
but extra like your 7th period. There's what's it called? It's the your elective.
period?
Your elective. There's like business electives. There's, whatever you want to do, and
I-
it's
Holy hell.
what.
Zane's
Oh,
cough over there.
Oh,
Put
sorry,
your
Zane.
thing over. It's kind of causing.
oh, my bad. So yeah, there's a bunch of electives that you can do, and it's super cool. But just imagine if like it had martial arts,
yeah.
practical philosophy, all those cool things that we're gonna talk about today. So,
Yeah. That'd be crazy.
I know it's definitely, if we didn't have a budget, if a budget wasn't a thing, I think we would start something up like that, and we actually want to, like, hopefully, like someday down the road we can maybe start something up like that
Start
for
our own like school through
start a-
CBAS.
yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
it'd be super cool.
I mean, CBAS has talked about that a bunch.
Yeah.
Always talked to me about it. I know a lot. So.
Yeah, same with me. Same with pretty much everyone. And the club of character.
Yeah. What was I gonna? I was gonna mention. I mean, our school kind of had that with CBAS. There, we were kind of given the opportunities
yeah,
that no other school is given.
Exactly.
We were being taught martial arts. We were being taught like sword fighting and fencing. We were being taught financial literacy. Tomcats.
Mhm.
We were given these practical life philosophies and not just being taught, theoretical philosophies like what came first, chicken or the egg.
Mhm.
We were given like Stoicism, Bushido,
yeah,
Taoism, and chivalry.
Mm-hmm.
We were given all these like important, crucial things that I think need to be taught at more schools because they're kind of like the lost tenets.
Mhm.
that
Exactly.
No one else is really being taught.
yeah, because a lot of schools nowadays, it's kind of like a indoctrination. Like the students are telling the kids. I mean, like for example, like you're in math class, and they're not gonna teach you something that actually might be essential for life, like especially with I'm not trying to dog on algebra, and obviously like you can use algebra for things that you want to do in life, but like I feel that if you go to high school, you should like have an idea of some sort. It doesn't have to be like the main thing, but like what you kind of want to do, so they can like put you in a different type of class for that, because I know a lot of kids learn a lot of stuff that they're not really going to use for their
Job
for their
in the
job.
future.
So
Yeah.
just imagine if you can just eliminate those things that those classes that they not might use,
Mhm.
and for a character class or philosophy class or a martial arts class or something that they're actually going to use. Yeah, get rid of the unessential classes, and yeah, the Bruce Lee quote. What don't take what's good and discard what's bad.
And then add
So-
your own unique kind of twist to that.
Yeah, add your
Mhm.
own unique kind of twist. And if we were to make the school, that could be something you could have your own idea of what you want to do, and we can have
Mhm,
those
you're
classes
unique.
for it. But yeah, so definitely like one main thing is definitely construction. It's one of the main lost tenets, I believe, because building, the reason we're able to have this podcast is because we were able to build the studio and have all these things here. People are able to live smoothly because they have houses that they can live in and roofs over their head. And a lot of kids,
They take it for granted of what they have, the
That's-
architecture they have, all the buildings and everything
Yeah,
like
they
that.
don't pay homage to who built the roads, honestly.
Exactly.
right, like the construction workers are working out there like every single day, especially like imagine in the summer they have to wear long sleeves, freaking jeans, big like heavy boots every single day, sweating their ass off just so they can help others.
Mhm.
They might not even have the biggest house, but they're going out there and helping
Mm-hmm.
just for kids to say
Yeah.
that they don't have a big enough house while they're playing Fortnite.
Yeah, you really have to pay homage to who built the roads. Because if you don't know who built the roads in the future, there will be no roads being built for you.
Yeah,
Or
like
look at the
imagine.
quality.
Yeah, imagine
Yeah.
if like you're the quarterback and you don't recognize your line, like you don't give recognition to your line. That's like kind of like what this is. Like if you don't recognize the people who build the roads, it's kind of like you don't really care about your O line.
Mhm. Exactly. You got to pay homage to people who built the roads,
Mhm.
people who like built the foundation of the country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, so, a lot of these schools, they're saying college, 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 but they're disregarding the trade schools. That's like saying, let's go back to the O-line stuff. It's like, you're talking about the receivers, but not talking about the O line. It's like you got to implement both.
Mm-hmm.
College is good, but like trade schools, that's also good. It's good stuff. It's all
It's
good
very
stuff.
important.
Yeah,
I mean,
to
it's a
have a
lost
balance.
tenet. If you don't implement trade schools, just like you don't implement linemen, you're gonna wake up one day and realize, and you're gonna be like, "Why the hell am I losing?"
Mhm.
Exactly.
You wake up with a
And
fat L on your forehead.
Fat L, and you're gonna be like, "Well, what can I do to start winning?" And I think that it's gonna come from implementing these trade schools and teaching people the things that don't really get taught today.
Mhm.
Exactly.
It's really vital that people learn these old lost tenets like martial arts, hunting and survival skills, farming. Farming's huge,
Oh yeah, like
and then
ag.
also building.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, we were gonna bring up. We have a couple shout outs in this podcast. We're gonna bring up what's the podcast, the construction.
Dope,
Miss-
dope student.
Dope-
Dope
podcast.
students, and it's Mr. Jared underscore like
Tech.
Construction tech.
Yeah.
construction.
Yeah,
tech,
so big shout out to them. Big shout out to their kid podcast. Their idea is like teaching things that kids don't learn that are very essential with life, especially construction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's teaching kids. He's one of the I think he might be the only like trade school for middle schoolers
Mhm.
in the Philadelphia area. Mr.
Mhm.
Jared Construction. He's teaching them so many like vital important skills
Yeah.
that they need.
Yeah.
100%.
A whole bunch
It-
of trade. Yeah, uncovering lost human tenets for sure.
Are you
Yeah.
pulling it up, Jacob?
Yeah, it says they're the first and only building trades program for middle school students in the Philadelphia school district.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So I mean, let's take that back to our community. Building a good community podcast. That is a great way to build a good community. If you're teaching these young kids that aren't being taught construction or martial arts or stuff like that, financial literacy, and you're doing that single handedly and just teaching them that stuff, not worrying about the other general ed stuff, then that's gonna help out big time. That's gonna help out with the people who actually want to help the community going.
Mhm.
growing up.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. And then you also see, I was talking earlier about, paying homage to the people who came before you and paying homage to the people who built this kind of built this country like
Mhm.
off their backs, off
Mhm.
their hard work, showing like patriotism, giving thanks to the people. Speaking about that and speaking about shout outs, we have Tim Kennedy as well.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Tim Kennedy, who was an Army Ranger, he was a Green Beret. He fought in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Did
also
he get robbed in the UFC? He was fighting
Against Yoel Romero.
Yo-
yeah.
how do
He
you say it?
basically
Yoel
like
Romero.
Yoel Romero. He basically knocked him out, and then Yoel Romero got
Delayed.
like extra time because
Corner.
his corner was like delaying it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he fought in the UFC.
Was
He's
a
a-
sniper.
He was a sniper, Green Beret, Army Ranger, and he's also a number one, not number one, but New York Times author,
Oh, yeah.
bestseller. Yeah, he had a bestseller, New York
Awesome.
Times. So that's also another crazy thing. And I want to say thank you to him because he recognized that there was a huge problem going on with like today's society and the schools, the schooling in today's day and age.
Mhm.
And he recognized that, and he actually made Apogee Cedar Park, which is a school that's basically teaching the kids that go to that school stuff like that we were being taught from Seabass
Right.
with philosophies. I don't know if they're being taught like martial arts, but they're definitely being taught life philosophies. And they even started their own like little podcast back in I mean, it's not little because Tim Kennedy is pretty famous.
Right.
But back in like 2023, 2024, Seabass was showing me clips of that. They had their own little kids podcast. So
That's cool.
I thought that was really sick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
So that's
Yeah,
That's
big
cool.
shout out to them.
yeah.
he's also starting like an homeschool,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
or it's been started.
Online
But this
mentorship
online
program.
mentorship program, basically,
Yeah.
from
that's super cool.
Apogee Cedar Park. So
Mhm.
big shout out to Tim Kennedy and Apogee Cedar Park as well.
We need
Yeah.
more. Need
And,
more schools like that.
Going back to the patriotism part, do you guys know what the American dream is?
Yeah. For the most part.
So, what I remember was I learned it I knew it before, but then my English class also talk about it. The American dream is like wanting to somewhat have your own homestead and like have a family,
yeah,
build your family, own a
Own a
house,
house.
Yeah.
just
Not
do-
have to rely.
What?
On,
Yeah, not have to
rely on
rely.
other
Yeah.
people. You know your skills.
not a lot of people here in America or even just the world really care about that idea.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
it-
just because what?
It stems from like a mindset of people saying that, oh, if I don't do this, somebody else will do it for me,
Mhm.
and so then it'll never get done.
Yeah, they're not taking charge.
They're not taking
Exactly.
charge and doing stuff for themselves.
Right.
So then they can never really have that American dream.
Yeah, so I think the American dream, I think it should actually just be called just the world's dream, because I feel like everybody should have that idea. It doesn't have
Of
to be
wanting to,
yeah, you don't
be
have to
independent.
have, a homestead, but
Just-
it's very essential. Like it's very cool. Like you actually get super good,
You don't need to
gra-
rely on other people. You
Yeah,
can
just
rely on yourself.
being independent and not being codependent on other things, whether it's the government or just anything in general.
Yeah, and so, that's why Devin and I do ag at Paso High School, and we've learned about, having a homestead and stuff and like animals and plants and stuff, and it's
We're also being taught through ag. You also get taught some of the trade work. We already knew how to use the tools, but
yeah.
there's tools like the grinder. You're also taught welding, which
Yeah, that's
we
super
weren't
cool.
taught before. So, but you're taught how to use like a grinder. You're taught how to use wood shop tools,
And we're actually gonna
tools
be
like that.
we're actually gonna be doing an electrical project coming
Oh,
back
you-
from spring
Do
break.
you do like
That's another thing. Electricians. That's something that also should be taught
Mhm.
in the or in our ideal school or in just
Yeah.
any school in general.
yeah?
If-
Just a lot of these trade work stuff should be more utilized and
Mhm.
more taught, better taught
Exactly.
in today's schooling. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So when we were doing research about
The dope
the
student.
Dope Students podcast and Mr. Jarrett Construction, his podcast brings on people who
From different
from
trades.
different trades who are like electricians or construction workers, woodworkers, any type
Typical.
of different like trade.
What, to just like get extra help for the kids?
I mean, just to teach them. I mean, they more
Yeah. Okay.
awareness. They're professionals in their craft. So
Kind of like blue
that's-
collar workers.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
blue collar workers. That's something that we're kind of lacking
Oh yeah,
Oh, big
definitely.
in
time.
today's society, and that's could be from the push of like college, and the push of theoretical philosophies and
Mhm.
indoctrination.
Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like it stems from people being indoctrinated to kind of like hate America. Tim Kennedy said that a big reason why he started his podcast or his kid podcast, excuse me, was because people and kids were starting to be indoctrinated to hate America. So I feel like that's why we don't have much college or blue collar workers. Is because why would you become a worker if you hate the country
If
you're
you-
living in?
Yeah, if you don't like, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think another huge thing, this kind of segues into another part, but part about the podcast and AI and tech. But I feel like technology is a huge thing that's being, I guess, used in like today's society,
Mhm.
and it's almost being overused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the sense where people aren't going outside, getting a breath of fresh air,
Mm-hmm.
and enjoying life. They're kind of sucked into their phones. They're doom scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are being handed a phone at like before they're even one, and
Yeah.
they're just being told to go watch something on YouTube. So I feel like that's something that's kind of messed up and messed with society, and
Exactly.
Yeah.
even in
Technology.
like schools, everything is moved to a Chromebook now.
Yeah.
There's no textbooks.
Mm-hmm.
There's it's just really all about like online.
It
now.
starts to take over, and
It's
that's what people
taken over.
fear.
Yeah, extremely. People have feared that.
Yeah.
Technology is definitely a double-edged sword. It can
Oh,
be used
yeah.
Oh
a
yeah,
good way, it can also be
greatly.
used in a
It could
bad
be
way.
used greatly. I mean, you could literally find anything you ever need to find, but at the same time, you could let your brain fall out, and it could take control over you.
I mean, technology's helped us like get to landing people on the moon and getting people in space, launching spaceships. It's
Yeah.
done all this, but why would we be doing all that if we're still arguing about what a male or female is.
Yeah.
If we're still arguing about like skin color and race,
Races.
it's
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't.
We
I don't
have so
even-
much stuff. Like imagine if Marcus Aurelius had all this power, had all this technology.
Oh my god.
He would use it and like
You would actually utilize it.
he would actually utilize
use
it.
it
He
in a
wouldn't
good way.
he wouldn't wonder what a man is and what a woman is.
Exactly.
He
Yeah.
wouldn't be wasting his time on that.
He wouldn't be wasting his time arguing. I believe it's a Stoic saying, Stoic quote. It's don't argue about what a wise man is,
And
be
just
one.
be one. Exactly.
So you really need to start like implementing that
Mhm.
type of teaching in today's schooling.
Yeah.
And were you guys ready for this handoff?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
it has to be really balanced. Technology is,
Yeah.
like we said, a double-edged sword, so
Mhm.
it has to be balanced.
All
how
right,
you
this
use it.
handoff, ready? And another great way technology is used in a good way is you can see on Zanipu's shirt that we have a little bit of a shout out right here. Zane, if you want to go ahead and talk about Z-Tag, that'd be very much greatly appreciated.
So
only reason you have
ZTAG
me here.
is a company that focuses on combining technology and also kind of the old ways of going outside, playing tag.
Mhm.
Because nowadays you have like your recess and then it's kind of just in class for the rest of the day on your Chromebooks doing
Mhm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So ZTAG is aiming to combine those so where there's still technology added to it because technology is becoming like the future at this point.
Yeah.
At this point we are in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's combining that future, but also with these old, I guess you could say, philosophies of combining something that we're going into and the old times of using technology that has like kept people in their houses all day to bring them out, but you're still like using the technology that they've become so
Attached to.
attached to.
Yeah.
So basically, what it is though is you get these little like wristbands almost. It's like a smartwatch to some extent.
Okay.
And it has all this crazy technology in it, and it's like the box like that big.
Mhm.
It's like probably a 2x1,
Okay.
like a
Okay.
rectangle.
Dang.
And, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
attached to your wrist. And then you get this giant command center that has all the watches charging. That's honestly takes up the most part of it. And then there's a screen on it. So that thing is basically just like a. You ever see like in movies, you see people like open like a briefcase and it has like a missile launch?
Yeah.
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 It's basically just that. The bottom part is all just the charging.
Okay.
And then on the top screen part, it shows like
The
you log
game.
in and then it's all the games. I think there's 6 main ones right now. And then Quan, one of the owners of it, came to us because he appreciated like, because Miss Nicole had posted a thing of us playing it,
Mhm.
and he had seen that, or I don't think he did, but like his partner saw it. She was like the main, marketing person. So she saw that. She reached out to Miss Nicole, and then they came down to our school because they came to California, I think, to like go fly to China or something.
Mm.
So then they came down here real quick for like 30-minute break. It was me, Jacob, I think Carson, Nico, Mason, and Tatum. We all went to the old music building because we don't have a music class anymore.
Ah.
So we all went there and we had like a 20 or 30-minute chat there.
Oh,
And he
wow.
gave us a little SD card that had 2 more games on it. So now we
Oh.
have
8.
You have extra games.
yeah,
now?
we have 2 basically early access games.
Oh, that's super cool. What? That's awesome. Great
yeah.
connections.
Yeah. And then
mean-
basically like there's a zombie tag game where I think you can choose like 1 to 3 zombies and then everyone else just becomes a human.
Hmm.
And it's kind of simple from there. There's also another mode where there's a doctor. However, we don't really
Oh,
do
yeah.
that because most of the zombies just run towards the doctor because they don't want to be a zombie anymore.
Mhm.
So we don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
And then there's Keep Away, which is probably the most fun,
Yeah.
where one person gets the ball and then they run and people try and steal it. I don't exactly remember how, but there is a way where 2 balls. So like the one person who has it and then somehow something happens and someone gets another one and 2 people have one at once.
Mhm.
So it's a built-in thing. He told us about it.
That's
Okay,
cool.
yeah.
It's just I don't exactly remember how to replicate it.
Oh, okay. No, you're good. No, that's still super
Yeah.
cool though.
I mean, that's amazing that ZTAG has given the opportunity to be not just opportunity, but it's kind of implemented the ideas of both being outside, having fun, playing, and also using technology.
Yeah, that's
think
probably
it's-
the. And also with Quan, he's like, even though he's super into like that technology side, he lives in I think LA. Yeah, he
Mhm.
lives on like the far outskirts of it. He lives in. He has his own homestead, which is really
Oh,
cool.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
And then because they're on the outskirts of LA, they don't really have Wi-Fi there. So he basically built like his own satellite for him and all of his neighbors to use.
That's awesome.
It's like you ever see on mountains, like those ones that are up there, not one of the ones
Yeah,
in
yeah,
space,
yeah.
but it's like
Yeah.
one
I
of
know what
those.
you-
He built
yeah.
some of those for his neighbors so that they all could have good Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
No, that's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
community
for real.
outreach.
Talk about
Oh my
community
gosh.
outreach. That's literally he's building stuff for his whole entire community, his
Exactly.
neighbors.
Super cool. Yeah, shout out
Yeah.
to
Shout
Quan,
out to
right?
Quan
Yeah,
and
Quan.
Z-Tag.
Shout out to Quan and Z-Tag. I mean,
And Christian.
how you're explaining it, like I think Z-Tag should be spread all across the world. I mean, that just
Oh,
seems
yeah,
super
for
cool.
sure.
Yeah.
Z-Tag, that's
I mean, hopefully they take over. You know?
oh yeah. If like kids can like implement Z-Tag in their life, maybe it'll allow them to, have fun, pretty much play a video game but
Yeah.
while moving.
Well,
And the cool
moving
thing
it
is, they're
around.
not just like, oh, we are selling these consoles to you. You can buy them. It's like they'll literally rent it out. Like they have a bunch of them, and sometimes they'll rent them out to people or like schools to use. So like,
Hell
I
yeah.
remember seeing on their website, you can like rent the thing out for like a few hours or something for like a birthday party.
No, that's
That's awesome.
yeah, because Jacob actually got to talk to Quan, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah. Yeah, I remember I actually got to sit down and talk with him and it was great. So he started off basically just asking like what our school was about and like some of our favorite parts about it, and then so we got to mention like Tomcats or our financial literacy, then character, and then it was just a great conversation with him. And then towards near the end of the conversation, we figure out he's a Taoist and believes in the principles of Taoism. And what's funny, because Sivas, when Sivas first figured out about Z-Tag, he was like, "No way! Someone is balancing technology and physical activity outside. He has to be a great, virtuous person." And to figure out he uh, practices Taoism, so yeah, he is a great person. And it was great talking to him. We had a probably 30-minute conversation. We got to talk to him, and then we got to talk to him about why they started it, and then what their plan was moving forward. And then it was just great. I remember one point in the conversation, we were talking about what their reasoning on why he created it, and like we thought, he's just a great person, and it was to balance technology and going outdoors.
Oh,
And
that's
then
cool.
so
It's
it just
ironic.
perfectly
Ironic.
aligned
I
with what he
think
thought.
that like tackles both some of the schooling problems, and also you see a lot in today's society. People, when you go to other countries and ask like, what do you imagine when you imagine like an American, and they're like obese and overweight. So that I think this through Z-Tag that'll also kind of help with that problem,
Exactly.
help with the health crisis.
Yeah, I mean, because
yeah.
it's we've said it multiple times, but you're still using a screen and then getting to run around and be outside and get that physical activity. It's literally the perfect balance.
It's
And
killing two birds with one stone right there.
exactly. And then Quan is just a great person in general, living on a homestead and then doing what he did to create Wi-Fi for him and his neighbors. So he really balances everything out. And with Taoism, balancing out things is literally one of the principles. So
It's the main principle of Taoism.
The out of
Yeah.
har- the out of harmony. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
so
Right behind Devin's big head.
so yeah, I mean,
Mega Mind.
it was great talking to him and
Not
then
today.
talking to Christian, because Christian is the marketing person, like we were talking about, the girl that was with him, and she was like tearing up hearing our school, like hearing
Actually,
hearing that we're part of a club character. We learn Tomcats, financial literacy. We get to train martial arts. We follow the principles of Taoism. She was crying and like tearing up. So it was just a great interaction. They're both great people. It's a great company, and not to say you should get it and school should get it, but you should. It's just great. I mean, it's literally virtuous advice.
I mean that that shows that like Christian and Quan are like good, great people who are virtuous. But
Yeah.
if Christian is literally like tearing up about it,
mm-hmm.
that actually like makes me feel like warm and fuzzy inside. I guess
Yeah.
I don't know, but just to hear that people are being touched by like what Seabass is doing and what we're being taught is
Mhm.
no, that's a great feeling.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's just great. It's fascinating to have
It's
a com-
God's work.
Yeah, exactly. It's
It's
God's
God's
work.
Literally
work.
God's work.
All of what Quan and Christian are doing, that's God's work. Tim Kennedy, what he is doing with Apogee Cedar Park, that
Mhm.
is God's work. And
Mr. Jarrett.
what Mr. Jarrett's construction, what he's doing is truly God's work. All of them are kind of bringing back and teaching people who built the roads
Mm-hmm.
through school. So
Exactly.
we're fixing the schooling crisis. We are fixing, we're fixing the youth.
Yeah.
We're fixing this problem of indoctrination. It's really just God's work and helping other people out.
So yeah,
Yeah.
if I got to build my school, Z-Tag would definitely be a part of
100%.
it.
Yeah.
I feel like
I would make its own classroom. Like I would have a
Dude,
classroom just
yeah,
for
that-
Z-Tag.
that'd be sick. Yeah,
The
Yeah,
top
the
enrichment
top-
game for
yeah.
sure.
exactly.
100%.
And then the thing that's cool is, Zane started to learn the tech about it, is you could go in there and not want to be too much of like the physical outdoor, not want to do too much about that, and then learn the technology of it, how to balance it out, how to build those games, how to do all this. And there's just two birds with one stone, like perfectly said. You get to learn the technology, and then at the same time, you get to go outside and have fun. So
Yeah, it's
Amazing.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they can still.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly that. Dao De Ching, its biggest thing is yin and yang, black and white. They're both opposites, but they can still work together in like such a great way and creates harmony. That's why the book is called The Art of Harmony. I believe it's The Art of Harmony. right?
Art
Yeah,
of
The
Harmony.
Art of Harmony. And that's, relating the way broadly, as Miyamoto Musashi says. Z-Tag is implementing both technology and nature. And just like how, the yin and yang, black and white, opposites, nature and technology, opposites, but they can still work in such a way that it creates harmony.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's super
it's-
cool that someone thought of making Z-Tag. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I mean, I wish we had it last year, but at least you guys.
Yeah, I wish
have
I
it,
got
so-
a chance to talk to Quan and Christian.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be so down. I'd be so down.
do you
Yeah.
guys still have the things?
Yeah.
Oh. Did they just like give them to our school, or are we like renting them?
We bought them.
Um,
You
I
bought
think.
them?
I think it was either like the head of the aftercare or we
Mhm.
got it from another school.
Who's I?
That's still
So
sick.
okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, the suitcase would it looked exactly like something James Bond building would have. Like it was so cool. Like you open it up
It's
and
like
then
Rainbow Six Siege diffusing the bomb. Like
Oh,
that type of.
Yeah.
it was yellow too. Like you lift
Oh,
it up.
yeah.
No way.
Yeah, you lift it up and then it's just like sick. It's everything's in line and then you open up and you see the screen and then all the games are there. Like, dude, it's
So you
sick.
just think you're in some type of action movie? like
Yeah,
James
and then-
Hey,
Bond?
stick plant.
And then yeah, you open it up, and the cool thing is technology. Okay, I'm gonna sit down, play video. I'm running outside, like dude, it's just actually sick.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, that's amazing. Z tag is amazing. I'd 100% implement that in my school.
But yeah,
Exactly.
100%. So
I guess we didn't really talk about what our ideal
oh yeah,
schools
let's go
Yeah,
one
so
by
would be.
one.
So
tenants.
one by one.
Okay.
Okay.
So I would teach general math, like just not
General ed,
general ed, like
Mhm.
math, science, English,
not but not
history.
but when I talk like normal math, like I'm talking like just normal math, like
Mhm.
nothing too crazy. You know, I think a lot of math is like BS, and I'm not saying that just because I don't have the greatest grade in math. Like I just think a lot of it is not essential. Um, although I would have a class for people who do want to learn that stuff and actually are going to learn it. I would
Yeah.
have that open to them, but you know, for me, that's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's not,
if there's no budget, then I'd like to have an advanced class for people who are planning to become engineers and gonna have to use that next level of math.
Mhm.
But
Because
for just like,
engineering is still very like needed.
oh yeah,
It's just like you can't skip out on trade schools. You can't skip out on this technology stuff. You have to work in harmony and be balanced.
yeah, but just for the normal person, I keep it base general ed.
Yeah, for
um,
sure.
so are we talking? Okay, so when we're making our schools, are we just making it high school or like middle school through high school, or
Let's
do-
go like
let's go middle school through high school because
middle,
like
or we could just do little kids through all the way up to
Okay.
high school.
okay, yeah, let's do little kids. So, you know, for the little kids, would it be smart to like maybe limit some of the classes?
Mhm.
Because, yeah, probably limit some of the classes that the older kids might have, but not too much. Like you can still,
I mean,
learn
they could
martial
still
arts.
be taught all the things.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I
I mean,
want
it's
that.
best to start them from a young age.
But like
honestly.
for example, like you do need a little bit of math to learn financial literacy. You know, you got to count off. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
depending on grades, you can go up in classes. But I would offer weight training to everyone. That I would offer weight training to middle school and up to senior. I would offer martial arts. I would offer what else? Like, obviously sports like football,
having
basketball,
like a
volleyball.
competitive sports team.
It's competitive sports teams.
Did you
Um,
say financial literacy already?
Yeah,
you
financial
said
financial literacy.
trade work.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
offer financial literacy, trade work from 6th grade and up.
Definitely agriculture related stuff.
Agriculture. I'd have my own farm out there. Let's see. Med,
Okay.
Medical.
sport. Yeah, medical fields
Yeah,
for sure.
Anywhere from sports med to being like a nurse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Doctor.
And I think there's some other stuff. I think I'll just probably leave it right there so you guys can.
Yeah,
have a
I
little
think that's
free.
a great school right there.
All right,
Yeah,
Devin.
for me. And remember, this is all powered off of cheddar.
Yeah.
So infinite money source right there.
Everyone starts with 100 cheddar.
100,000.
100,
Yeah, let's go 100,000.
100 million. No, for my ideal school, I'd obviously have all the basic education that's needed. So like math, science, language arts, English, history, all that will definitely be taught there at from any level you want to learn it from. So if you just want to learn what's needed, you can. And it obviously if you want to go above and beyond, because we still need people like that in a society.
So kind of like the honors and CP system.
Yeah, honors and CP system where people are learning even more. So obviously general ed will be something that's taught at my school. Then we have like arts, like music, obviously just art in general.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Then philosophies will be taught.
Yeah.
And theoretical and practical philosophies can be taught, because those can go hand in hand and work in harmony
Mhm.
to get like some of the answers to
Right.
those theoretical philosophy questions. So life philosophy will for sure be being taught, like Stoicism, Bushido, chivalry, and Taoism. All those martial arts for sure. Any and all martial arts, from hand-to-hand combat to sword fighting to even like gun work.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That
I-
would be very obviously it has to be like
I would-
safe and
I would go
And
gun.
you know what you're doing.
I would go gum work for high school only, probably, or
Most
8th grade, maybe
likely.
8th grade.
For the people who are mature
Right.
and
Yeah.
advanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the best martial artist that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
huge gun problem, but that does stem from the character
what?
problem.
What I just
So-
said kind of contradicts like what we like want. We want to learn how to use, what like guns, and I just kind of said like, oh, high school only. That kind of contradicts that. So that's my bad.
Yeah.
I would offer it for anyone's parents who allows them to
Parents allows, and there also has to be like character training.
character training.
See
yeah.
what we were kind of taught up and brought up on when Seabass was teaching us at the school for martial arts. He made sure that before we were taught any martial arts, we were really
Worthy.
drilled like character first.
Yeah.
So,
We're kind of
For- Hmm?
nothing. Go ahead.
but for like guns, and if you want to do any of that, you have to
Mhm.
be strong with character.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
And
Definitely.
discipline too, because
Discipline.
the what's it called when you don't put your finger on the trigger when you're holding the gun, you put it off the side. That's
Yeah.
definitely discipline.
that'll all
Mhm.
be taught. What else? I don't know. I'm missing sports, competitive sports programs, 100%. Weight training
Oh yeah.
for people to be physically fit. Z tag, of course.
Oh yeah.
Trade schools from being an electrician to being a construction worker,
To a
That'll-
tree
Plum-
worker.
plumber.
tree worker, all of that stuff.
Mhm.
What else? I had something just on the tip of my tongue that I was gonna say. Oh yeah,
That's
Uh,
true.
I'll just give it up to Jacob because there will be a part 2. There'll be more. I'll
Yeah.
remember.
So start off for my general education. I would like to do what Jaden kind of said. Keep it kind of base. Like if 6th grade needs to be learning algebra or 5th grade needs to be learning multiplication, then stick them with the base multiplication, stick them with the base algebra, whatever they need to learn. And then for people that want to go on and learn extra, have a class for that. So people who want to go on and learn higher level or do whatever, they could do that. So I'd like to stick to kind of just base general ed though. So, and then going on from there, I would like to have weight training. That's a big thing. Staying physically fit and going along with weight training. I'd like to have some technology. So Z tag, of course, goes in there because that's literal perfect balance of that.
Mhm.
And then from there, I would like to have some definitely a financial literacy class, teaching how to use money, how to save, credit, just things like that. And then having like a character club, essentially, something
Mhm.
like that. I'd love to. And then just because character's full circle, it has to be for everything. You have to have it to learn general ed, to learn financial literacy, to learn everything. That has to be the base. Like that's the main thing.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, just like the character club, the Seabass Club of character that we were kind of brought up on, kind of implement that into our school.
Yeah, definitely. And then, like we said, I want some competitive sports. I'm a really big sports person. I'm an athlete, so I'd love that to be a big thing in my school. Cause
You're a warrior, not an athlete.
yes, but I would love some competitive sports.
Or is he both working in harmony?
There you go.
I love exactly.
Yeah,
I'd
an
love to.
athlete and a warrior mentality.
I'd love to be like what Seabass does, like teach all this stuff and then be able to coach those teams because I'd love to be a coach one day or at least, not maybe be a full coach, but, be on the sidelines and get to help out and things like that. And then I would like to have, I'm trying to think, just like what we said with gun training. I don't want to say just high schoolers because then, like, me, myself, I wouldn't be able to do it. So people who are willing to, parents are fine with it, people who are trained with good character and are willing to be able to do it, definitely that. And then for the final thing I would add to my school, I would probably say, what is there? I'm going to leave that for the next one, but I'd like to have, did I say martial arts?
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, well, just to make sure if I didn't, I would definitely want martial arts in there. So,
You said trade schools.
yeah, trade schools
Yeah.
for sure. Being able to learn just a variety, how to be an electrician, how to be a woodworker, just anything like that in general. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's going to be my school. And then also a requirement is you must invest in Cheddar or you're not coming to my school. No, I'm joking. I'm
You have to
joking.
hold at least one cheddar.
I'm joking.
enter.
but yeah, that would be
Uh,
my school.
Passing it off to Zane now.
My first thing would be, what are siblings doing in that Cheddar situation? 'Cause they would have to use their parents for
I don't care.
They're legally 18 now. I say it.
real. Personally, I would say just the basics that we've gone over so far. Your things like math, science, language, ELA, etc. And then I would probably also say weightlifting. On that, I would also probably say like a culinary class.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
culinary. That's a
then-
great idea.
I would also say
Master Chef, get Gordon Ramsay out there.
Dude, I walked by the culinary class one time going through the halls and oh my god. Mwah. Oh my gosh.
It's like, you
it
know, the
smells so
cartoons. You know
good.
the cartoons, they're like smelling the aroma
Yeah.
and they're getting lifted up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They
bro.
get like floating
Yeah.
towards the aroma, the smell.
I would also probably have to say multiple languages, things like just what we
Mhm,
have around here, Spanish, and then also the more typical one that you see like French,
Mhm.
and then even probably something more,
Yeah, like sign language in there too.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So
That'd be sick.
Zane would teach every single language.
And then just personally, because something I would want to learn, and I don't think we have it around here, but Japanese.
Okay.
Mm,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I haven't heard of a Japanese.
no, I don't think so.
Oh,
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 yeah.
that'd be sick. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
taking
Phil.
field trips to different places.
Yeah, and then yeah, like we just said, field trips would be really cool.
Well,
We went to Simpson University, and they said they had like a group that would go around 2 different places,
yeah,
and then
like
That's awesome.
Alaska,
yeah.
things like that.
And then we also had a person come in and talk about a high school. I don't remember what it was exactly, but they basically every month, like the school would pay for it, but they would be able to go out to other countries and just learn about things there. So that would be really cool to have.
Yeah, it'd be
All
sick.
paid for by Chetta, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
And then also, like all the boys said, I would want something like a basic gun work class.
Mhm.
And then
Gun
also on
safety.
that, I would say probably like 6th grade up, parents have to allow it. And then even from there, a very selective group.
Mhm.
Yes, and they have to be trusted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would have to be worthy enough and willing enough. You have to earn the chance to go to the martial arts class or earn the chance to do the gun work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You gotta
Yeah.
be off merit, like what we were saying.
Mhm.
Like you can't have bad character
Yeah.
and just because you own Cheddar doesn't mean you yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
mean you can do whatever
exactly.
you want, so you could, but you shouldn't. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, and then
Mhm.
also one thing I missed out is being able to talk about faith, because something that you're not really like, not to say you're not allowed to, but it's not really talked
They
It's
about.
very
Yeah.
frowned upon, and
Yeah.
in a lot of cases, I think you're just straight up not allowed to talk
Yeah.
about faith in school.
So
like, as
yeah,
a teacher.
And I'm not gonna force it upon them. I'm not gonna say you have to believe in this, believe in that, do this, do that. But obviously, I'd like to be able to talk about that.
Yeah, at my school, that no, that definitely brings up a good point of how there should be like a chapel or something.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
a school, so you can practice your religious work if you want
And
to.
yeah, I'm not gonna say kids have to follow it. They could have their own beliefs, but it's gonna be the center of my school personally, like Simpson
Yeah.
University.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, great schools like
you
Simpson,
find
yeah.
through like God and believing in that, you'll find love for, you'll find love for your like nation, your country.
Exactly.
Because I mean, what was it? Manifest Destiny.
Oh yeah.
That was how America really became a thing and became how big we are today. Is from
How
Manifest
massive we are.
Destiny. I
Cricket.
yeah, we would keep the noises, but yeah, that's how America became so huge, was through Manifest Destiny and through God saying that we need to expand. So
Mm-hmm.
why not implement God into our school if that's
Exactly.
what the country was built off of?
And also,
Exactly.
personally, at my school, if you don't have Chetta, there's one way you can get in. 3 hours of the day, you have to work on building a Vatican. Exact 1-to-1 replica. too.
Exact 1-to-1 replica. You have to physically mine for cheddar.
You know what's
with the
better?
crypto miners.
You know what's better? The Radican.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
Radican.
Radican. Merch.
Yeah.
A logo.
Ghibli.
You know what? And my school has to be, the style of it has to be Studio
They
Ghibli.
have to learn how to Studio Ghibli from as soon as they get there. As soon as they're allowed to come to my school, Studio Ghibli.
Studio Ghibli. No,
And
POV.
I am forcing their parents to pay $20 or
For the
whatever the
chat
fee
GPT.
is
Wait.
for them to be able to use it.
POV when ChatGPT lets me do another Studio Ghibli after 24 hours, a hard 24 hours. All right, well,
yeah, my mom is here. So
the struggles of a kid podcaster.
struggles of a kid podcaster, day in the life.
But this was
Uh,
still a very good episode, and we're
yeah,
gonna have a
sure.
part two.
We're gonna have a
much
part
more
2 for
time,
sure.
so-
We
Yeah.
covered very briefly of most of the stuff. Again, shout out to Mr. Jarrett Construction. He's doing God's work. Shout out
Mhm.
to Tim Kennedy, Apogee Cedar Park, doing God's work.
Exactly.
And shout out to Z Tag, Christian, and Quan,
Mm-hmm.
also doing God's work, doing amazing things for the schooling crisis, and just the whole America. They're doing amazing things. So
Exactly.
shout out to them. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go follow us on Insta, and peace out.